It's Lisa Rothman, the founder of StopFamilyConflict.com. Okay, so we've arrived at our third installment about this mother-daughter road trip. The daughter is 12 years old. They've been on the road for about a week. And as you'll recall, in the first installment, we talked about the importance of consulting with everyone, and the mother and daughter had gotten clarity that the purpose of their trip was to get closer together and to spend time in nature. So in the second installment, which was all about integrating what's important to people, even when it seems like that's not going to happen, we looked at how the mother was able to face her own fears related to disclosing to her daughter that she felt scared about driving a big motorhome. And once she did that, she was able to have clarity that what she really needed was to see if there was a camper van that could have two separate sleeping places, because that is what was really important to her daughter. And lo and behold, there actually was a camper van. So they get the camper van, and now they're setting off. They're seeing the sights, they're in nature, they're taking long walks in the wood and by the water, and they are spontaneously deciding where they are going to spend the night. And this has been working out fine. And it's getting dark one night, and they find a camping site. It looks good, and so they pull in, have dinner, and are getting ready for bed when there is a knock on the camper van door. So mom rolls down the window and sees a man there. And he says, "Hello." And the man says, "Hi, can I come in?" And she says, "Why?" And he says, "Well, because that's what we do here." And she says, "Am I parked in your spot? Are there reserved spots here? I didn't see a sign." He says, Nope. I'm over there. Where you're parked is just fine. Are there other people in there? Because, I could come to you. They could come to me, whatever you want." And she says, "Okay, I'm even more confused. I thought this was a campsite." And he says, "Yes, it is a campsite. It's a campsite for people who want to have fun with each other." Mom had missed the memo, or maybe the sign as she was pulling in, although one wonders what the sign would have said. This is so far beyond accidentally ending up at the nude beach. Okay, so she explains that she misunderstood what was actually happening at the campsite. He goes on his way, presumably to knock on other camper van doors, and she is in a situation where she is exhausted and her daughter is exhausted, and all she really wants to do is go to sleep. But as she's thinking about going to sleep, she realizes that she is not going to be able to get any rest, because she is going to be braced for the next knock on the door from someone else who, is interested in having fun. And she starts doing this thing, and I don't know about you, but I do it with myself a lot, where she starts haggling with herself. Am I making too big a deal of this? Maybe I could just put a sign on the door that says "Do not disturb" and hope people see it. Why can't I just sleep through this? I'm feeling nervous about my daughter, but why should I? Everyone here seems very respectful. Can't I just stay here? And isn't my daughter going to be upset that, she's ready to go to bed and now we're hitting the road in the dark trying to find somewhere else to stay? And so she took a deep breath, and she remembered to speak truth with care to herself. And one of the ways you do that is honoring your capacity limits and being honest with yourself about whether you actually can handle a situation, even if you think that a whole bunch of other people would be able to handle this situation much better and wouldn't care about it and would just, lock the door, call it a night, and go to sleep. And she realized she was not one of those people. And that she would be making her daughter pay if she stayed there, because she would be sleep deprived and, grumpy all the next day. So she explained that to her daughter. Her daughter was completely on board with leaving that campsite. and they drove to another campsite where they pulled in and finally, bedded down for the night. So, what are the implications for everybody? Well, even if you think that you are more sensitive or making a big deal about something, take a moment, really check in with yourself, speak truth with care to yourself about what your truth is, separate from how anybody else might handle a situation, and then honor that truth. So, stay tuned next week for our next installment, which is all about how to speak truth with care to the other person, particularly if they have just lashed out at you. All right, looking forward to it. Bye for now.